Well, hello. Welcome to my place. I'm Pastor Corey, and we are here doing a devotional, and we are basing it in the book of Hebrews. We've been doing this for a few weeks now, and then there was a period of time when I did something else, and then before that we were doing more of the book of Hebrews. So we are in Hebrews chapter 8, and I want to read to you just one verse today. It says, "For if that first covenant had been faultless, there would have been no occasion sought for a second." So let me get this straight. The first covenant was good. It accomplished exactly what it was supposed to. We talked about that last week. And it definitely accomplished something. And it accomplished by pointing out sin and pointing out the need for a Savior. But the first covenant was not faultless. It was good, but it still had a problem. And the one fault that I have found, we discussed a few posts ago. Jesus isn't like the high priest of the old covenant. He doesn't have to offer daily sacrifices for both himself and the people. His sacrifice was once for all. So the fault in the first covenant is that it was mediated by a priest that was temporal, and it was always done temporal. So you would have a high priest, and he would offer sacrifices for himself and for the people. So it was temporal, so that meant that the high priest would die eventually. But then also he had to offer sacrifices for himself because he was a fault-filled human. And the sacrifices did not cover all of eternity. They only covered the time that they had. So on the Day of Atonement, it wiped the slate clean for the whole past year, and it gave you a new year. But every day they had to offer sacrifices for those sins. It was a system that had fault because it had to be done, and the high priest himself had to have this done for himself. So the faults were based on the high priest, that he was full of fault because he was human, and it was temporal because eventually he died. But Jesus is the mediator of the new and better covenant. And one of the highest benefits of that new and better covenant is that our high priest, Jesus Christ, is forever. And the sacrifice that he made for us is forever. 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 That is a long time. And I think that we need to just rest on that. God bless you richly. We will see you next time on My Place with Pastor Corey.